Hi guys, I'm Jessica and I'm a child life specialist on the Pediatric Palliative Care team at Good Shepherd Community Care. My role is to support the whole family, but I mainly work with the patient and their siblings. Sometimes I'm just working with the patient, sometimes I'm just working with the siblings to provide them emotional support, and sometimes I'm working with all of them. Play is a huge part of my work. I use play for developmental reasons. I use play to normalize the experience for the child, to just make them feel like a kid. I use play as an avenue to help the child express themselves. I use play to help siblings interact with one another cooperatively. I also, typically visits are done in the home, but if the patient is hospitalized, then I can also do my visits there. And I provide support surrounding the diagnosis and any medical events. I provide education around the diagnosis for the patient and the siblings. If there is an upcoming hospitalization or procedure, I can help the family prepare for that as well. So that's a few main things that Child Life provides in the home setting. I chose this profession. I actually was sick as a child myself, and since then I said I want to grow up to be someone who helps other sick children, and I could explain to people exactly what I wanted to do, but I didn't quite know what it was called until college, and one of my professors told me that sounds like child life, and I looked it up and I was like, that's it. That's exactly what I have said I've been wanting to do since I was little, and so that's what I pursued. I like pediatric palliative care specifically. Traditionally, child life is in the hospital setting, and that's wonderful because patients and their families definitely need support while they're there. And of course, the goal is for them to, eventually be discharged and go home. But unfortunately, that means a lot of the services and supports they were getting in the hospital are no longer. And luckily, with pediatric palliative care, child life services can continue into the home setting, which I think is really beneficial. The most rewarding part of my job, I think one of the main differences between being in the hospital setting and being in the home setting is that in the hospital, I may only see a patient one time, but in the home setting, I'm developing these really long-term, lasting relationships. I've been at this job at Good Shepherd now for over 2 years, and so some of the families I've been able to develop a relationship with for over 2 years, and that is very meaningful to me. Typical day for me, I schedule all my own visits, so I'm reaching out to families, scheduling visits, driving to those visits. Visits are typically up to an hour long or anywhere in between. Beforehand, I'm prepping for those visits, and then afterwards, I'm documenting. Right now, however, in quarantine, I'm still sort of doing all of those things, except visits are being conducted virtually through video chat, which definitely took some getting used to, but obviously I miss seeing all my patients in person, but I think this is a really good alternative for us to continue seeing each other during this time. Some of my favorite interventions, as far as like a fun play activity goes, my absolute favorite activity is a shaving cream and paint activity, where you kind of squirt shaving cream down and squeeze different color paint into the shaving cream, and then swirl it around either with your finger or a paintbrush to make a nice marbly design, and then you put a piece of paper on top of it, peel it off, scrape the excess shaving cream, and you're left with a really cool marble design that you can use. You know, you could frame it, you could use it as like a bookmark or make it into a card. Something more medical, I really enjoy making prep books for kids. So if a kid has to be hospitalized or if they're getting a procedure, I can make a prep book for them so they can kind of know what to expect. When I'm not working, I really enjoy doing yoga and meditation. I love getting outside for walks, especially now that it's been a little bit nicer out. Something that I want you guys to know, I really enjoy my time with you. I really enjoy reaching out and checking in on you. I love when you guys reach out to me for specific child life needs, because ultimately I want to be there for you guys and be able to support you in any way that I can. So that's me, Jessica, Child Life. I hope to see you guys really soon.